Hi guys, Ren here. So previously I've been a long-term Garmin Edge device user. I had a 1000, I had a 520, and I've had some niggles with those, so I decided to switch on to Wahoo Elemnt Bolt roughly 2 weeks ago. And since then I've been using this clever little device, and I have to say it's pretty much perfect. It has everything it should have and nothing it doesn't. There is one disadvantage to it. If it's a major one or not will depend on the bike setups that you are using. So in my case, all of my bikes use different kinds of proprietary handlebars, integrated ones together with the stem, and of course the base bar and mono extension configuration on the time trial bike. So that makes fitting any computer other than Garmin. So Wahoo is quite a new brand to the market, but from the Garmin alternatives I think it's the most popular, so it's not too bad. And the mount you get with its stock, it's a nice arrow out front, flush with the handlebar, flush with the bottom of the device, so that's all cool. But unfortunately I can't use that on any of my bikes. So basically the only problem you have to solve with the Wahoo when transitioning is how do you actually mount it, if of course you have a bike like one of these. So my road bike is a Trek Model 9 H1, and it of course uses the Madone bar and stem, and this uses a so-called blender mount. So it's essentially this little piece that sticks out from the bar. You screw it in, it's plastic, and it has either a single configuration seen here or a double, which is seen over here, and both of these use the GoPro mounting standard, so you can fit basically anything you want, from lights, GPS devices, radars, GoPro cameras, and cycle computers. So this is how you fit these. The thing is that Trek actually includes quite a lot of the mounting options for different computers and stuff, but not for the Wahoo. When this bike was released, it wasn't, I don't know, not really sure if it was on the market already, but yeah, it was just ahead of that. So how do you solve that? Well, actually recently I found a neat little site called Shapeways, and it works in a way that people upload their designs, their CAD designs of different products, and then the company itself called Shapeways, when you decide to order something from them, then they just take the user created designs and print them out in 3D and send them to you. You can choose different kinds of materials and finishes, colors, etc. I chose this standard little black one, and I will have a link in the description to this one. And basically it just puts your Wahoo in the position where it should be. So it's a pretty short mount, it's flush with the handlebars, and yeah, flush with the device like the standard mount. It also has the little screw feature on there, so you can bolt the element tight so it counts into your bike weight when doing UCI weighing, so it has all the bells and whistles you get on the standard mount. So this one works really well, thumbs up for it. It's also quite stable, but has some springiness to it, so it's not brittle or something. One of the main differences between the mount itself, if you look at the base, it's very, well, I would say extremely similar to the Garmin quarter turn mount, with the difference that it's rotated 90 degrees, and with the Garmin you can choose, basically you can turn it in from both sides. With the Wahoo it only works in this direction and you can't twist it in any other way. So yeah, this one is pretty simple. And that's the same for the cross bike. It uses just the same blender mount, but for this one I chose, well, the blender is positioned a bit differently on the XXX bar and stem, so I chose the one that goes low. As you can see, this one goes straight through and it's flush here. Yeah, so now in the summer on the cross bike I have a light here, I have a GoPro here, so I'm using double mount. So this one isn't completely flush, but still it's pretty good. I also have a single mount for it, which I use for cross racing, and with that it just fits nicely, and yeah, it's like it should be for maximum aerodynamics. Yeah, so my bike's got a bit tangled up now. Yeah, the problem, or not really a problem, but the more difficult bit in terms of fitting actually comes on the TT bike. So Trek use these mono extensions on the Speed Concept, which makes fitting all the computers quite difficult. They have their own one, but that puts the computer here where you can't see it, and actually I can't put it there because my hands are so close together, they're touching. So yeah, it's just useless that way. KH also make a different one, but that doesn't fit either. So this is the KH Pro TT mount, only thing that works, and it has this twisting base, so that's how you attach the Garmin. And I thought that fitting a Wahoo tab would actually solve this. Previously I didn't know that it has this little, you can see it has this little part filled up, so as I mentioned, you can twist the computer only one way, and that's what creates the incompatibility. So the thing is, as you can see, the base just goes straight onto there. This is the Garmin version. You put it in there and you twist it. Well, I can't really do it with one hand, so yeah, just give me a minute. I managed to put the Elemnt on the TT bike with the standard Garmin mount. The only difference is that, well, it's basically the other way around. So with the Garmin this will be the unlocked position, but since the Elemnt has the tabs rotated, this is the locked position. And this doesn't work with the Elemnt pad in there because, as I mentioned, this little piece is blocked. So it's not a 100% fit. Now this KHTT mount can be disassembled and put together in a different combination, but the problem is that it always locks in this direction, so that's exactly against where the Wahoo blocking tab is. So I just couldn't make it work perfectly. With the Garmin tab, it's locked securely, so it can't fall off, definitely not, even on the roughest roads. But since the shape of the base is a little bit different, it can move side to side a bit, but it's not something that I think should cause too much concern. So yeah, it works, but it's not perfect. Maybe if I could just, I didn't have time for this yet, but if I could just file this little piece out so the device can be twisted into either direction, then it will probably be perfect even with the Garmin, or sorry, with the Wahoo tab. So yeah, this is how I fitted my Wahoo to all my bikes. Again, if you have a Garmin, you don't really have to think about this because primarily every bike and component is designed for that. But I think that will soon change because using a Wahoo definitely has its merits. So yeah, I hope this has been helpful. I'll post the links to the mounts I've been using to the description where you can find them. If you want to know more about these bike setups, then don't forget to tune into the channel and subscribe. It's all for today. Thanks for watching and see you next time.